Yo, this is Gyromancer here, and we are back with some more Minecraft XLSurvival. And today we have a couple of things to check out. I've actually pre-recorded a couple of clips of various things that's probably just going to be it for this episode. Basically, today is, well actually I made all these changes yesterday, but, we have three new dimensions added into the game. So usually there's the overworld, the end, and the nether, and we're about to visit the end here in a second to kill the dragon with a couple of people, with Bakaj and Todd. And it turned out that actually the end fortress was like right over here, because I was at spawn. I started at spawn and shot out an Eye of Ender, and it headed toward my base, and so I went to my base, and then I shot it out, and we just landed like right over here, and so my base is just right over there. You can see the window. Yeah, you can see the window from right here. And then we just went down into here, and it's right over this way. Yeah, right through here. And so I set up a portal here that goes to spawn, so everybody can go to the end. And so we can now farm ender pearls here. We'll probably set up an ender farm here. And actually, this kind of looks bad with shaders on. So, yeah. And then we have Skylands, Isles, it's really Tropic Isles, and then the dungeon. So those are the three new dimensions, and so we'll go and visit them all in this episode. And so we'll have been to all 6 dimensions now. And there's actually another dimension that Slime Fun adds. Let's see here. That's not it. I thought it was in here. Oh, here it is. Scroll of Dimensional Teleposition. What it does is it teleports you to a new dimension, and in that dimension, all the mobs are turned upside down. And then, so yeah, I haven't actually been to it yet, so we might try and do that sometime soon. We can make all of this stuff, except these are a bit expensive, so we'll have to, basically it just requires a lot of ender pearls, but now that we have access to the end here, we can get a bunch of ender pearls. So I'll probably farm some of those out, and then we can go check out the upside down world. So yeah, and then we'll have visited, I guess, 7 worlds, 7 dimensions. So yeah. So I will let you all see the rest of the clips, and yeah, enjoy. Okay, so we're gonna head back to base real quick. I just went through the dungeon a bunch. We're gonna throw a bunch of this stuff off here. And then, let's see here. And then we're gonna check out some of the other dimensions that there are. And we'll throw all this stuff in there. And okay. So we went to the dungeon, and we've been in the overworld, we've been to the nether, we've been to the end, but we haven't been to the Skylands or the Isles yet. So we'll go to Skylands. This is probably the coolest one. It's just a bunch of like floating islands. And like each floating island has its own biome on it. And I think I mentioned before that we have a plugin that lets makes you bounce and you hit mushrooms. And so I think that the roofed forest, see, this whole area is roofed forest islands, and I think this area is the coolest right here. And then there's a swamp over that way. There's plains over there. And then all of these have like ores exposed along, like on the outsides of them. See, there's some coal there. There's one I saw that had diamonds on it. Here's a birch forest here. There's like a water oasis thing up here. It looks super cool. So we might build a base in the Skylands. I don't know about that, but that over there looks really cool. All of the area back that way is all I went and generated it all, so it's so people who are trying to go there won't get too much lag, hopefully. Because there's quite a bit of lag if you head like out that direction, because I haven't generated that area that much, and so you might hit some lag while you're generating new chunks. The other thing about this is it runs your computer up a bit higher. You have to use more computer power because there's so much that's exposed because it's in the sky, and so you're seeing a lot of blocks that are like unloaded when you're actually in the world. When you're in the normal overworld and everything's kind of covered up, but now that it's like this, you can see no. And we ran out of power. And we're starving. See, that's the thing, is when we were trying to head out there, then we hit some lag, and so our staff wasn't doing anything. And that's probably the biggest concern, is just hitting lag if you're not using like cobble to get places, and you're actually like trying to use a wind staff or a jetpack or something like that. Occasionally you'll get some lag, and then suddenly it will cut out and it won't do anything, and you'll start to fall to your death, and so that's not any good. Here, we can reach the area that we are heading to by going over here. So this place is super cool, and it reminds me of the I don't know how many of you have seen the Ether mod, or Aether as some people call it. And this kind of reminds me of that, except there's not any like weird cloud mobs or anything like that, but it looks really cool, especially with like some of the waterfall things that fall down, or little like bowl-shaped ones like this right here. This one looks really cool right here. And I've noticed that when I'm using this wind staff, I run out of food really quickly because it uses food up. Oh yeah, this is the one I was looking for. This one looks really cool with the stone. Oh, well, crap. The stone around the outside instead of like sand or dirt. I think this island looks really cool. This one over here looks cool too. It has the bowl shape plus the water. Basically, I just think the water ones look the coolest, but there's even ice along here. There's caves in here. A lot of creepers in there. So yeah. And see, there's some exposed doors over there and an exposed cave. Let's head to the other one, which is Isles. This one is basically like a safer version of the Skylands. It's basically the Skylands, except instead of floating in the air, all these are like over the water. But in some ways it actually looks cooler than Skylands because there's these really cool like land bridge formations that you get. But when you head all the way down here, there's actually water, so you can't like fall into the so that way you can't like fall into the void and die. And it has like slime fun bushes and trees and stuff growing all over the place too. And it's super flowery and just bright. Like it looks like a magical bright land of I don't even know what. Like not like the mystical magic. That's more what the Sky Isles is like. This is like you're in like paradise. Though we're getting a bit of lag. And the water just looks really cool with this, with my shaders on. All of this wouldn't look as cool without shaders. Oh, and here's an actual floating island right here. At least I think it's floating. Yeah, it is. See, this is an island and that's a floating island right there. So yeah, it just looks really cool and I'm glad that we were able to add it. The only thing is, you know, you just get quite a bit of lag from generating all the new chunks. In last episode we were checking out the nanosuit helmet. We realized that it's actually better than our other helmet. But it like uses up charge really quickly, so I went in and changed how much charge it uses up, and now it uses 1 joule per heart that it takes away, and a joule is it's spelled Joule. It's not like a jewel like a gem. So we only take 1 point away. So if we can damage ourselves again here. We're at 179, and now we're at 178. Whereas before we were going all the way down to, we would go from 179 to like 169, like really quickly, and because like in 1 jump. So that doesn't happen anymore. Man, this place just looks so cool, especially with these like rises that come up with lava pouring down and trees on top of them. I don't actually know if there's any other biomes in here other than what it looks like here. But I don't really care. It looks super cool. And then these big like islands jutting out of the water. Let's head up here. Oh, lag. We could even take a screenshot here. Let's do that. Oh, whoops, I did the wrong thing. Okay. So that will actually probably be our thumbnail for the video. So yeah, we killed the dragon, we went to the dungeon, went to the Skylands, and went to the Tropic Isles. And so that is a lot of action all in one episode. So yeah. I think we're actually going to end the episode here, so I will see you all later.